Hello all, welcome to the third Brood War cast that I'm going to be doing. We have got a cool game. It's going to be a PvT. We've got Jaehoon, the Protoss in top right, going up against Fantasy, and I forgot to put the map on, but I think it's Eye of the Storm. I'm going to go actually write that in. I'm completely guessing, so let's hope I'm right, but this is PvT, which is a matchup that I think is fairly understood by me. I hope that statement may very well backfire me and my noobiness, but as far as the Protoss side of it goes, you've got a few different really good options. For example, Dragoon with range to pressure the front of the Terran, while the Toss gets up their Expo. Maybe you can even snipe off a tank or two at the start if you're really lucky and really good. I know Stork is great with that opener, absolutely impeccable with that opener, and it's very scary when he does that because he's kind of godly. So with Stork's godly self, we'll see what Jaehoon's going to be able to do. Jaehoon isn't quite at the level of Stork, but he is still an incredibly solid Protoss player. Fantasy is one of the best Terrans out there by far, and he's going to be quite the opponent. He may go for something along the lines of some kind of fast expansion. Again, you get out your tanks and you can push forward, maybe some kind of siege expo type of play, things like that that are very standard and can lead to that really powerful Terran tank ball and everything. We're going to end up seeing Jaehoon probably tech up to either arbiters or carriers. One of those is the end game unit of the toss. You can easily go for a Reaver drop opening, DT drop opening, just normal DT opener, try and do some kind of one gate expand, very quick expo eco play. There are a lot of different options. I'm actually seeing, is that a Nexus first? Well, as far as quick expos go, you cannot get faster than the 13 Nexus that he just did. 12, 13, 14 Nexuses are all viable, and he's going to go ahead and be able to scout right off the bat that Fantasy's going to be at the top left, which is good and bad. Unfortunately, that means that he's a closer spawn, which means that obviously Fantasy will be able to pressure faster. But it's also good because he knows that he's not going to, if he can get rushed with something crazy big. At the moment, we are going to see the factory being thrown down now, so pretty solid stuff out of Fantasy, very standard. As this pro's going to go ahead and just try and run around, it might just try and leave the base, it seems. Maybe he feels like the pro's gotten the information that he needs, and he might as well just keep it alive, bring it back to mine. It's got the front again, or possibly draw the Marine out and pull back, but none of the Marine is going to be up, so it's very much likely that he's going to be pulling back, retreating, and just being rather happy. If he can get up this next... Oh, it's getting bunkered. Ooh, that's not good. Fantasy is going to try and bunker the Nexus first and put some pressure on it in that respect. But we do have another gateway going down as well as a cybernetics core. Multiple Zealots are going to be on the way as this Marine is pushing forward and try and be aggressive against this. But he's got to be really careful. The pros are not exactly the best thing using the Marine, but there we have the Zealot that should be enough to push back this push. And I feel weird saying push twice in that sentence, meaning two different things, but still the same thing. Oh yes. What is your mind doing to yourself right now as I waste time because I'm not that good at Brood War? But now we have this Zealot pushing forward. There's still 3 Marines. A lot of SCVs are there. One SCV gets taken out by a probe. That means this probe has a kill, and that is always fun. But now we have this bunker is done. But will these Zealots and probes be able to keep these Marines out of that bunker? That's really key. One Marine does get taken out. Now we're seeing them pushing forward and try and make a dash for it. These probes doing a great job of blocking the AI of that Marine. Really solid stuff. This bunker is now burning, but we do see one Marine is now in there. These SCVs are not getting taken out, which would be really key. Only one SCV is here to repair. And since you have a Vulture out in the field now, but are there mines coming down? Yes, mines are being researched. So mines will be able to do a nice bit of damage. But this Dragoon is now out. The Dragoons are going to be key. They can get the shots off, but they don't have range yet. Range just started literally half a second ago. So that's not going to be done for quite a while as of yet. But they're still pushing forward. They're able to do a little bit of damage. Where's this Dragoon going? It's kind of an interesting spot, basically preparing for this route, but oh, even the Vulture's getting repaired now. That is obnoxious. Are these Dragoons going to counterattack? I see they're trying to actually prevent any reinforcements from getting in there. But this Nexus may just end up being sacrificed completely. That would be rather surprising if it does. But still, right now we do have 3 Marines in there is quite a lot, but these 2 Dragoons are going to try and put some counter pressure on, but there are mines at the top. This is not going to go so well. Oh, mines even being brought down over here, so this Nexus is definitely falling. You see it at less than 50 health, and it will die now. So, goodbye to the Nexus. We have the rubble down there as all of these spines, I'm actually combining StarCraft 2, StarCraft 1, as well as 2 different words of spider and mine. But we do see a couple of them did get cleared out by these Dragoons, not taking any hits. So that's definitely a very, very good thing to do. This one mine over here is going to get drawn. It does explode though, and that zealot almost dies. Almost, not quite, but we are going to be seeing that what's happening right now with these Dragoons going to try and use their range upgrade to attack this bunker. That should be happening over here. Instead, we have these 2 Dragoons pushing forward, being pushed back by this tank that has a mine directly under it. If that explodes, I'm going to laugh at some point. But still, we're going to have these vultures being really, really annoying. They have their mines all right by this bunker and set up and everything to try and be incredibly aggressive against this. However, it's going to make it hard for Jaehoon to push out. He's still only got the 2 gates up, but now we're going to see him being able to range this bunker, and that bunker is just going to go ahead and get sacrificed. We're going to see that these vultures are going to push forward, but these are a hold position. Dragoons are not targeting firing down that bunker, so they do manage to save the Nexus and the probe that now is able to build that Nexus. Okay, so now all these Marines are moving around and being very, very pesky, which is good to see, but we're going to see that these Dragoons are trying to do some kind of contain, but as far as things go, Fantasy is getting out his 2nd factory. He did invest a few SCVs, but the damage he did more than made up for that. However, Jaehoon is slightly ahead in the food count. Slightly. Now we're going to see the Zealot working to take down the, there we see a nice micro. Going to deal with the Vulture's mines without too much difficulty whatsoever. Still, moving around over here, we do have all of these Marines, everything just here. It's a small group of units, but we do see here a scan. Not quite sure what it scanned, but the barracks, the floating barracks, the such slow-moving units of SC1. Actually, that's a Brood War, because SC1 is kind of different. But there we have the Observer moving down somewhere. We have the Dragoons still here in an odd position, but fighting... Oh, it's Fighting Spirit, it's not Eye of the Storm. What am I talking about? This is Fighting Spirit. I should have realized that much faster. I can't wrote Eye of the Storm. I feel like a fool. In fact, yeah, all I saw was the grassy mane, and I thought Eye of the Storm. Not sure why. It's Fighting Spirit, so I feel foolish on there. Because Fighting Spirit is just such a good map, and even with the especially in this really, really key indicator is that we do have vultures here with the mines down there. That's really obnoxious for Jaehoon to deal with. He actually didn't put them in spot to block the Nexus, I don't think. But now we're going to see that the vultures trying to run by. They are dropping down a lot of mines. This pylon's going to draw a lot of fire from the tanks, so that's going to be helpful. But still, this push is rather strong. The tanks are here. Where's the siege? Do we have zealots? No, there's no zealots in the shuttle, it seems. They might be just doing that to try and scare away. Wow, Jaehoon handled that well. I guess it helps that the tanks didn't siege up. But, wow, he's still pushing forward. And he's doing all this with 2 Dragoons outside of his army. But he's being able to target down the mines. He has this Observer out now. It's going to be pretty key. But these tanks are slowly pushing forward. They're doing a lot of damage. But without any kind of support, they're not going to do so well. The Dragoons have range and everything and can easily take down the Spider Mine. But the tanks are just not sieging up. They seem to be preparing for a contain. There we go. There's the first siege. They're going to push forward. They get a couple shots off on the Dragoons. Only one guy takes a fair amount of damage, though. This guy just took down some shields. Oh, 70 attack damage. Siege tanks, how ridiculous you are. Oh, me and my SC2 self. Alright, so now we do have after 3 factories now, we're getting out more tanks. What's he pushing forward? There's a Reaver in this. Oh, that's going to be pretty cool. But we have all the unsieged down there. One tank will be sieging up. We're not having any. There's the other siege. Will we see the Zealot drops? There we see the Zealot being dropped down. There's the Reaver going to get saved. And we're seeing actually Jaehoon trying to push forward. I think this is called the Bulldog. I don't remember correctly though. Probably don't remember correctly, but we're going to see a lot of damage being taken. But oh, the Reaver, nice pickoff on that Reaver, and it dropped next to the tank. We'll be able to take that out. Did die, it does die. That is bad now for Jaehoon. Still, it's just such a low army situation for both of these players. We've got all these probes trying to retreat. Siege mode on the tank somewhere. There's a siege mode on that tank working on killing off that pylon. Not going to do any kind of supply blocking, but you can see that the probes are going down. The natural for fantasy is definitely up there. Handles everything really, really, really well. But all of these probes are going to try and retransfer. They're going to try and attack. Because if there's one siege tank damage, one siege tank shot in those things, that would be pretty big. Still, one probe does attack, and there's the siege tank attacking the probe, so he gets 2 kills with that shot. And the observer, stays alive. But so go back into the range of the missile turret. Observer. Oh, observer, that is saddening. And now Jaehoon's in a really bad spot. No observers, they look for that, and that's GG from Hero KJHP, which I am assured is Jaehoon through Team Liquid. But that is the end of that game, so Fantasy ends up winning. Too bad Jaehoon's Nexus first failed, because I enjoy when Nexus's first succeed. Sadness. Tear.